teams that are 2-0. There are currently, I believe, 8 or 9 teams actually are 2-0 in the league. So I want to do a thing we do once in a while, every so often in this podcast every year, where we do contender pretender. If this team 2-0 out the gate,
week 2 though, I mean, like,
yeah, well, it's okay. It's okay. That's okay. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. But
I don't know, man. I have knee arthritis. I don't need you knee jerking here.
Well, and this is why this exists, because we're here to spell out whether or not these teams are what we see are legit. So
we are here to support Ernest's clickbait. That's
so right now. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on the screen on video, I have a randomizer of names, all 9 teams here. Rather than me just going through a list of 9 teams, we're gonna spin the wheel and let the teams, pick for us what the team we're gonna cover. And these are listed tonight. The 2-0 teams right now currently in the league: the Bills, Steelers, Chiefs, Texans, Chargers, Bucks, Vikings, Seahawks, and Saints.
So DJ, spin that wheel.
All right, here we go.
You're gonna make me feel. Nobody's gonna get that except for us because we're effing old.
All right, the surprising and actually dominant New Orleans Saints 2-0. Are they playoff contenders or pretenders?
I don't know why anybody's clapping for the Saints right now, bro.
I didn't do that. That's part of the app.
I know it's on the app, and listen, testing your devices are for people that aren't Earnest Christian. We don't test things here at Earnestly Speaking. We just roll with it. No. Here, Burn. I miss you too, Burn, but don't blow the wad for what's coming up on Wednesday with the Huddle Up podcast.
And by the way, this before you get to the Saints,
don't do it. This is Huddle Up content.
I understand that, but this Eagles Jaworski thing
is great.
Is the dumbest shit I've heard in my entire life. Hold on. It is the dumbest shit I've ever heard by Sean Patrick, and yet it is fucking hysterical.
It really is.
Fucking hysterical. Just saying. All right, so New Orleans Saints, contender pretender.
Yes, and we're on the Earnestly Speaking podcast right
Earnestly Speaking. It is the dumbest shit ever, but I think it's hysterical.
EAGLESLES. Sorry.
Fucking evil twin Sean. I'll get you tomorrow.
Yes, your sons Jalen and Matt. Well, no, Matthew Daniel Kelsey's retired. Anyways.
Yeah.
No. The Saints are completely false.
Pretenders.
They are faker than a beautician's nails, bro. Like, no. They can't maintain this. It's not possible.
Well, I did call this last year. I said it's number 1 seed Saints last year. No, I'm joking. I'm honestly joking like that.
Yeah, by the way, no, you have to answer for your Brown Super Bowl contender declaration.
No, that only came when I said if Deshaun was half as good as he was in Houston. He's not there yet, so obviously it's not going to happen.
I mean,
calm down.
Half his football as a Brown in Jacksonville this past Sunday. But more on that later.
Yeah. I'm also pretender as well too, and for one reason. I'm not saying they're not going to be good going forward. I got to see more. Like, this team is as inconsistent under Dennis Allen as I've seen in a long time. All right, look, very impressive. Obviously, the 2 wins, one against the worst team in football in Carolina. Winning by 40 or 37 points, or it was, and then beating down the Cowboys by 44-19.
And in fairness, in my opinion, the issue is a matchup problem. I think they just are really good where the Cowboys aren't. And this is, by the way, the Cowboys justified my questions surrounding them in that football game. Like,
But for the Saints, for me, it's simple as this. I need to see more.
Of course. But
let me see more first.
Okay, buddy. I'm going to say it before our good friend, and wisely so, Jim Neese says it. You can't do pretender contender week 2 and then say I need to see more, dummy. That's your fault.
Well, again, not all 2-0 teams create equals. My whole point of the whole segment. As my man Cliff Connor says, 91 points in 2 games. I'm glad you like pretender, EJ. I know I'm right now. Okay, whatever. See me in 5 weeks if they're 3-3. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Calm down. Not all 2-0 teams are created equal. That's the whole point of this whole segment. Okay, all
correct.
Right, that's all I'm trying to say. So they're pretenders now. Thank you. Spin the wheel. Jesus, all you guys.
What are we doing here? Anyways,
let's go to the champs, Kansas City Chiefs. As I said, not all 2-0 teams create equal. This is the easiest fucking question. They're contenders, obviously. They're arguing the favorites to win a Super Bowl. Come on, next question.
If I may remind the public, and as a witness who watched me say it many times, Ernest Christian, on various podcasts. I'm not getting the bell out because I'll break the damn thing for all the things I'd have to shout out where I said this, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Kansas City Chiefs are a defensive football team. They just have Patrick LaVon Mahomes II managing their offense. Period, point blank, end of story. And you and I both know for a fact that Patrick LaVon Mahomes II at the helm makes you a contender automatically.
All right, so it's easy. Jesus is probably the easiest one here of the bunch. All right,
next You're the one that put him on the goddamn list.
I don't give a damn. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of this exercise, man. Relax. How about Jim Harbaugh's Los Angeles Chargers? Are they playoff contenders or pretenders?
Go Chargers, go. No, listen, buddy. I'm going to say this. By the way, you do realize you can mute the screen, right?
I can, but why bother? That's true.
Because these claps are annoying.
Where they at? Was it? I can't find the.
No, it's not on that screen. I got to teach you how to produce your own goddamn show. Really, that's what we're doing. Anyways, your mouse is in the wrong place. It's underneath where the other screens are. It's right. Anyways. So
that's okay.
What's the team I'm answering for now? I can't. Oh, the Chargers.
Chargers, go.
Go Chargers, go. That's right. Man, they're pretenders. Listen, okay. You know, everybody within the sound of my voice for any period of time who also sees my 49ers cap knows I am Harbaugh people. Okay. Like, and I don't necessarily even appreciate Michigan. I'm not a Michigan fan like our good friend Jim Neese and you allegedly are. But I'm a Harbaugh guy, John, Jim, or otherwise. This schedule's easy, though. The schedule open hit the season for the Chargers is easy, though.
Yeah.
Of course they're beating teams. They're doing it by running the football. It's mighty sexy.
Which is exactly why they're contenders, because what they do translates well to January football. Okay, I trust Jim. This is why I said if this team's in the playoffs, I'm not surprised. And 2 weeks in, I'm already seeing it.
I get it. You're the host of this show, but you don't need to interrupt me like that with such great disrespect, Ernest Christian. But you know, for somebody who is going to champion this, and by the way, don't you come to me and start talking about this works in January football. I'm the goddamn offensive lineman on the panel. I tell you, this works in January, you some bitch. Get it right.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong about that. But this is why the contenders. The contenders. I believe in this. I've seen enough.
If I may.
Go ahead, sir.
If I may. Now, granted, I know the Ravens. The Ravens. That's hilarious. Yes, the Thunder Gods of Las Vegas. No, the Ravens of. I said the Ravens now. The Raiders of were in the bottom 5 last week. I know they're not anymore, and they shouldn't be probably. We'll find out on Wednesday on the Huddle Up and Student of the Game simulcast during Tool Time. But
the return to Tool Time after 2 weeks.
If they win the Steelers game, I'll be slightly more impressed. And then the reality will set in when they play the Chiefs. But here's the thing. After that, follow me through their schedule. This is a garbage-ass schedule and very favorable for the Chargers. It is to open. The Panthers.
The question is as simple as this.
Let me land the plane, goddammit.
Okay, go ahead.
Then the Steelers after that and the Chiefs. I think they're tests because, the Steelers, they're going to play like this because this is something the fucking Steelers do as a franchise, man. They beat the hell out of you. The steel curtain may not be the same as it was, but TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick, and that group are just badass. Period. Point blank. They're not gonna win every game, but the games they win are going to be ugly. Just get ready for it. They'll lose to the Chiefs. That's what's going to happen. Then here's the schedule after EJ Christian: Broncos, Cardinals, Saints, Browns, Titans. Broncos, Cardinals, Saints, Browns, Titans.
3-2.
You think it'll be that bad?
Well, Cardinals are frisky. Saints, we'll see more of the Saints in the weeks to come.
Shut up. No. Stop it. No, they're not.
See, again,
by the way, it's not over the use of the word frisky. It's you misapplying it to the Arizona Cardinals. Let me be clear. If the Saints are frisky, I'd let it slide. At least you need to see more. But
the Saints are dominant through 2 games. But again, as Cliff points out here, they passed back to the Saints real quick. They passed the eye test. Contenders, veteran, Kamara looks healthy. Look, I'm not saying they're not a good team. I said I need to see more.
I'm saying
what is so hard about saying that?
all smoke and mirrors. Period.
I don't get right. You don't get to say cut the line because you won 2 games in a row. So again, not all 2-0 teams create equal. The Chiefs get the pass because they're the fucking champs 2 times in a row.
It's less that and more that the Chiefs have been winning this way in games like this for a while. So
on the biggest stage,
if you haven't figured it out yet, #you problem. And by the way, while we're on the topic, yeah, it was pass interference. I'm sorry, and I get it. If you know, the question I also have is, what is the defender supposed to do in that situation? Not that. That's the best answer I could give you. But back on topic, like, well, and for the Saints, let them beat the Bucks and the Falcons. If they can at least do that in that sorry ass division, we'll talk.
Right. Like I said, I'm not even sure the best team in the division. I'm with you 100%.
But back to the actual topic. Chargers facing the Broncos, Cardinals, Saints, Browns, Titans.
We'll see more.
3-2 should be the floor for that.
Right.
And 4-1 should be the expectation. And if they go 5-0, it's not, it's a non-zero chance. To me, the friskiest team, though their offense is spotty at times and they've had a butt ton of injuries, but by then a lot of people are going to come off the pup. The Browns are the scariest team, actually, because that's going to be one hell of a matchup of strength versus strength, man. You were going to have some black and blue football that day, period.
You literally make my point about Deshaun Watson. If Deshaun Watson literally plays as half as well as he was in Houston, which I don't see coming at this point, what I've seen through 2 weeks, but if he somehow finds a way to get back to where he was 3-4 years ago, then my point's made again, but why they could be contenders.
Okay, right. It's only made again because you keep making the same fucking point.
I'm still on the fucking point.
Okay.
What does Cliff say? Read this off real quick. What does it say? Why do it then? They look great. They won games easily. I want to see more. Lots of stuff to talk about them with them. Yeah, of course. Again, I'm not saying it can't be. I'm saying
he's telling you that this is a stupid segment to do pretenders and contenders.
Well, fuck you. I'm still doing it anyway. I don't give a shit. All right, next one. Next team. Here we go. Spin the wheel. Damn it.
We're all here for the wheel. That's what it really.
Let's go with Cliff's. Cliff Connors says Bills. Buffalo Bills. Pretenders, really?
100% pretenders. First of all, let the record show. I picked the Bills to win the Thursday game long before it was cool. Okay, I'm talking about early August. Well, maybe mid-August. Okay. I thought that the Dolphins would come out of that Jags game, also predicting that win, and have trouble adjusting during the short week to what the Bills would bring. I did not have Tua getting knocked out in the cards, but even before then, the Dolphins were having one hell of a time, right? Then the other one was a game in which they struggled against the Cardinals. Like, EJ Christian, if this were a college football scenario and they made the top 25, I would be screaming, why is this ACC team here? Right? And that's essentially the essence of the conversation we're having, is it not?
I have to disagree. I'm
you
someone.
Disagree. Well, answer my question first. Go do you understand? Like, am I capturing the purpose of the exercise, the concept, the spirit of the exercise in that statement? You don't have to agree with it. It just
no. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see the point.
Okay.
I disagree with the Bills. The Bills to me are contenders because, and I say that's someone who did not pick them to go to the playoffs this year because of the wonky AFC. But 2 weeks in, you're seeing things start to strip away now. Dolphins don't have Tua for a little while. How long, we don't know. The Jets shaky out the gate. The Pats aren't that good. So in a lot of ways, the Bills have the inside track to win the division right now, as is. They're probably the heavy favorite in the division at this point.
Now, well, that might have been a good point until Tua got hurt. That same advantage you described, the rest of the division now has. Let's get that out of the way. B, the Pats have been outplaying themselves. I'm not here to say they're good.
Right.
I just said they're outplaying themselves. They're overachieving currently. Credit to Coach Mayo, by the way. The Jets, bro, I've been skeptical of them for a minute. So
you need to see more. You need to see more of the Jets before I start really getting that.
I will grant you the Miami thing, but here's the thing. Now everybody else has that adventure. I just said that. So I think and it depends on what you mean by contender. They're not going to get
playoff contender, not Super Bowl contender. Playoff contender.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I won't rule that out. I have them making the playoffs myself, I think, on a technicality, basically.
You had them in there anyway. I didn't have them in there, but I've now changed my spot on that.
You also haven't taken into account some of the injuries I also did. Like, I don't remember if you had the Colts in your bracket. If you did,
No.
I wasn't that brave, for example, just as
No.
an example, by the way.
Yeah. All right. Next team here on the list of we got 5 more to go. How about these 2-0 frisky Minnesota Vikings who beat your Niners on Sunday, Kyle? And then my Giants on the week before, but that's not saying anything.
But like for first of all, because you are an asshole, and I knew you were going to bring up the Niner thing. Tell me anybody who's not hurt or performing well. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Tell me everybody who's hurt and underperforming, and then you'll understand why. You can't turn the ball over like that against anybody. I don't give a shit who it is in your red zone, and you can't hand NFL teams points. And that's what happened in that game. I'm just glad it's a situation where it wasn't where Trent Williams was hurt. That's all. By the way,
very true.
Fred Warner's a goddamn beast. Can we have that conversation?
Did you said in this podcast, third best player on the team?
Well, hey, I know it's not Ayuk.
But
sure glad you earned your money, son, when they need you most. By the way, Deebo Samuel's now hurt now. So
yeah, I saw that.
But the Vikings, no, I don't believe them. Are you? What are we doing here?
Same here. Contender. Gotta see more. No, that's not even a conversation for me, buddy, at this point. So yeah, I gotta see more though. But very impressive start to the season so far. Beating the Niners, team in the Super Bowl last year,
I guess,
and my Giants, of course. But whatever. All right, and 4 more teams to go here. Let's go. Ooh, it's Mikey T. Nope, it is C.J. Stroud, my MVP, hopefully this year, and the Texans.
Why the fuck is this even on the board? Of course they're contenders. Are they slow out of the game? Absolutely. But you know what? It's a division game with an awesome quarterback that they're playing against in Anthony Richardson, who will take the Colts to the playoffs if he could stay on the field. I don't think he will. We've had this conversation.
Yep.
And I know that they didn't look great against the Bears, but can we give the Bears defense a little fucking credit?
They are really good. They are really good, though, be honest.
So, I mean, they're at least starting fast. Give them that much credit, please, and thank you.
But it's going to kill Williams some breathing room to at least improve. It's like going to the hole. Be glad you're 1-1, not 0-2. They could be easy.
I swear to God, every Bears fan in the building should be pounding the table for some help for Pete Skronsky in the trenches because their O-line is still garbage.
Yeah. Contender easy, and the 2-0 haven't played the best game yet, and there's a lot of upside. They're in a good spot. They're going to win the division without problem.
And by the way, losing Joe Mixon does not worry me that much.
Yeah, they're going to lose. They're going to win the division with relative ease. They're up 2 games to everybody right now. So Jags 0-2, Titans 0-2, Colts 0-2. Yeah, come on. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. All right, 3 more teams here to shake off on the wheel of names here. Who will it be? Looks like it's going to be the 2-0 Bucks.
Listen, on the strength of the fact of that garbage-ass division they play in, Ernest Christian, they're contenders. And I feel like they look like a better team than last year. When you put up a win against Madden Campbell and the Lions in the fashion that you did, you're a good football team.
Yeah, I'm with you. Contender as well too. I told you guys. Well, I was on the show last week, but I think I either was on this show or the one with Zach that I said that my game of the week coming to week 2 was Lions and Bucks because I felt like after what I saw week 1 against Washington, this Tampa team was better than I thought we were coming into the year. I know they made the playoffs last year. They won a playoff game. They were competitive with Detroit in the divisional round in that 4th quarter. And I felt like I saw something on that Washington game. And granted, it's Washington. They're not good, but it's the way they won that game. It was like some stood out, and then they actually won the damn game in Detroit. This team's much better than we thought they were.
You could claim to be a soothsayer if you want.
No, I'm not claiming anything. I'm going to say I observed, watching. That's it.
As I'm saying, you could claim that you saw something against the Red Tails. Sorry, Commanders. I
bet on the points. How much money on it?
Again, typically speaking, that's actually a sign that you're about to get something wrong. You just got lucky. No, seriously. Joking aside, though, betting. By the way, betting money on something is something that happens before the game, not during it. So you're betting it is not evidence of something you observed in the game. Good try, though. A lesser man might have been fooled by that. The punchline's this, though. I don't care what you say about the game against the Commanders. That Detroit win is impressive. Period. Point blank.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get these final two teams out the way. It'll be the Seahawks or Steelers. Here we go. And it's going to be Mikey T. Steelers.
This is going to be my least popular answer of this segment.
Yeah.
Get this crap out of here, man. Shit. Get better. Why are you so bad at your show, man?
No, next time I'll get this sound. I didn't know the sign. I didn't realize I can get this off here. Next time I'll get it off. Go ahead.
You know I'm joking, man. No, seriously though. Contenders.
Really?
Contenders. How many times have the Steelers done this and won this way? And look, aren't we just 2 or 3 seasons removed from being, quote, the ugliest 11-0 team people have ever seen? But they still fucking did it. I'm on your show, so I figured that's how you want to say it. Yeah.
You can.
No, I it's not just that I can. You demand it. There's a difference.
Yeah.
But the
I don't listen to demanded, but you know, I encourage it.
At any rate, no. If it were any other franchise, maybe it'd be a problem. But the Steelers under Mikey Toms, Omar Epps, they're going to do their thing. They're a threat. Now, if they suffer another TJ Watt injury for any extended period of time, or Minkah Fitzpatrick injury for an extended period of time, I'd get worried. Until then, they're contenders, man.
This is hard because I haven't been really impressed in these 2 wins, but they find a way to win. And this is what they do, have been doing in the post Big Ben era. Like I want to say pretender because I do think overall the teams behind them will figure it out, like Baltimore and Cincinnati, because I'm in the second. But then again, they've also gone to the playoffs last couple of years playing this kind of football, where it's unassumed. Yeah. So while I want to lean pretender, I have to say contender. I have to because again,
there is
money. Who do you trust? And
exactly.
I do trust Steelers.
Instinct that you can see here with as little points as they put on the board and the teams they played that should overwhelm you into pretender territory. Yet you are compelled. The power of Tomlin compels you.
That's right.
The power of Epps compels you.
There you go. I was waiting for you to say it. All right, and finally, last team, no spin needed here. The Seattle Seahawks also 2-0.
Man, I don't know. The Seahawks are such a hard team to figure out, aren't they?
A little bit.
Honestly, first of all, didn't they just go to overtime to sneak past the Patriots, if I remember correctly?
Same team that beat the
the Colts or
the Bengals.
The Bengals. Yeah, that was purely an anomaly game. So like I because I can't identify the Pats, I can't identify the Seahawks. You know what I mean? I'm still going to say pretender for now. I don't have them making the playoffs anyway. They haven't shown me that they can yet. That's how I'll put it.
This is hard too because
they're in the NFC. I get it.
NFC. So it almost feels like if I say contender is by default because the Rams started slow and they're banged up. You know what I'm saying? So
you were the one with the faith in the Rams. I didn't have them making the playoffs.
Well, the injuries, but I thought Stafford. I didn't have it either.
I called injuries myself as the reason they didn't make it. I did not expect Puka Nacua to get knocked out for any length of time. And
I didn't have it either.
That's predictable,
But Kyle, I also didn't have it in the playoffs either for the same reason. Okay. I had my wild cards were Packers, Cowboys, and Bears.
Someone
my wild cards
had the Rams then.
No, on the panel, yes, not me.
Okay, my bad.
For the same reason you're saying too. But I didn't think it'd be Puka and Cooper Kupp. I thought it'd be Stafford getting hurt.
Well, no, I mean, I said Stafford too, but again, Kupp getting hurt should not be a surprise, right? He's only played, I think it's 4 of the 7 seasons. He's played only 3 full seasons or something like that. I'd have to look the stat up.
As good as he is, man,
he's amazing when he's on the field. Let's not get stupid here. Yeah,
he was
Super Bowl MVP, but that's a separate conversation.
He was also at one point like people considered the best receiver in football about 2 years ago.
So yeah,
that was a conversation.
Yeah,
during the Super Bowl year. The Super Bowl year, yeah.
yeah. What didn't he get Offensive Player of the Year or something?
Something like that, I think.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. So, but anyway, Seattle. You said Contender.
I said Pretender. I'm not there yet.
So the way the NFC is shaping out right now, I'm going to say Contender by default because the teams
So you
who
say.
I had in there, like the Green Bays, and yes, they won this weekend, so they get a pass. But how long is Jordan Love out for? Bears sluggish out the chute. There's spots opening for them now too. Maybe they can get in.
I'll
So
say
by default,
if they steal a game from the 49ers
yes.
eventually,
Yeah.
we can have this conversation.
Right. I'm going to say Contender by default because the environment in the NFC is starting to make it ways for Seattle to make a splash. Like, even if they don't win the division, they can get in the wild card.
I mean, you say that, but then we have the Saints emerging. So,
So you take 2 in the NFC West, you take 2 in the NFC North, you take 1 in the NFC North. I don't know. It still plays out.
I still feel like it's 2. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's all still crazy because it's only 2 weeks in. This is such a dumb
I guess I trust Seattle more than New Orleans still, I guess. I don't know.
Money.
I still trust Seattle more than New Orleans. It's weird because New Orleans looks so dominant first 2 weeks, but again, see me in October.
Exactly.
So I'm going to say Contender by default. By default. I guess that'll be a scheduled conversation more than anything else. So, all right. Now